try to prepare everybody for this, but doesn't matter what the White House says, doesn't matter what the messaging campaign may be, really. People are aware, the American people are figuring out that inflation is really bad and the Biden regime is making it worse. And they can't hide this. Like so many other things that are out there, the Biden administration can lie to you about a whole range of issues. They can say they're trying to secure the border when they're really not. They can tell you that crime might be up in some places, is down in others. One thing that everybody in the country who has to pay attention to the cost of their groceries, the cost of gas, one thing they see is inflation. And they understand it. And they know what's going on because they have less money to spend. And their dollars, of course, are also going less far because of all of this. And this is a graph that shows you, for example, the year-over-year increase in food prices since Biden took office, right? Since Biden took office, March of 2022, rate of 8.8%. There you go. It's almost like Joe Biden comes into power and all of a sudden inflation starts going up and up and up. And this is going to affect people who the Democrats love to demagogue how much they care about these individuals, working class folks, people that are struggling to make ends meet. You know, Joe Biden does his whole roll up the sleeves. I'm at the kitchen table with you. I'm just your buddy. It's all a total sham. But here's what he does. He says, here's the reality. March, there was a rise in basic necessities year over year. Check this out. Gasoline, 48%. Used cars, 35%. Shelter, 5%. I mean, gasoline prices up 48%. Just that alone shows you we've got a major problem on our hands. And look, here's the truth about all this. This is not a good economy. And the Democrats can try to message it differently as much as they want, but because people are feeling this, they're aware of it, it is costing them, quite literally costing them personally. They aren't buying into the spin. It's much harder to get away with the usual distractions and usual tactics and techniques of trying to make it seem like something else is going on here. Wages also, by the way, here's a graph that shows the inflation-adjusted hourly wage shrank 2.7% in March. So wages, when you adjust for inflation, are actually going down. So you're making less money. Stuff is getting more expensive across the board. Got real problems in this economy. And, you know, Democrats, keep in mind, the Biden plan for all this was to spend $5 trillion more dollars. The Democrats want to spend $5 trillion more dollars in addition to where we already are. That was what they thought was the way forward. I mean, it's completely and utterly nuts. Why do we have inflation? Government spending too much money. What does the Democrat Party want to do? Spend even more money. Biden was saying, this was his talking point for a while. It'll reduce inflation. He would kind of do the creepy whisper thing, reduce inflation. He would whisper it all weird. And people would say, well, what the hell is this guy talking about? It's not going to reduce inflation to spend another $5 trillion. That's crazy.
Don't miss American Scandal, Hunter Biden. A new First TV exclusive special hosted by Buck Sexton. Available right now only on the First TV app.